Hi guys, Mew2King
and a Salem.
Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Falco, at least on a basic level. Falco is a character, I think he's a top tier in this game. Some people put him as low as 4th, and Ginger thinks he could be the best in the game. I used to main Falco before I started tournaments at some point. It's like probably 2003. I was actually a Falco main, but like people don't know about that stuff because it's like super long ago. I used him before Fox because he was a much easier character to use. But then I ended up using Fox anyway because I saw videos of some Fox players like Tetsuya and some other people who moved really fast. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I want to be as cool as them. Now the first important thing I need to show you Falco is his secret taunt. So if you're pressing down the D-pad for exactly 1 frame. Wait, it has to be 1 frame. There we go. And then he does this. And then this is the secret taunt. You have to be holding down. People say online you have to press left and right, but what you're really doing is pressing down the D-pad for exactly 1 frame and releasing it the next frame. And then you do this really cool taunt. Watch this.
Look out, Slippy! Enemies behind you!
Okay.
I think someone's on my tail!
What's the point of this?
Get out of there, Slippy!
Stop this right now, Jason.
I thought I was done.
What's the point of this? That's it?
I did this in tournament.
Get me out of here.
I did this in tournament. Actually, there was a crew battle at Genesis. It was either Genesis 1 or Genesis 2, East Coast versus West Coast. I fought Mango with my Fox there, and I secret taunted him on the R-Wing. And now it's no longer a secret to you. Now you can be as cool as I was.
Wow.
So movement with Falco. He has the dash dance of usual, but the most important thing is short hopping. With short hopping, you can do lasers, and you can do aerials. And you're usually doing this, or this, or this. Those are the most common 3 things you're going to be approaching with. Like, you can do this to camp, but most of the time you're doing a laser, and then the most Falcons just go in with a nair, or they go in with a down air. There's different strengths to each. It's really hard to say which one's better, because they're both good at different things. The Falco short hop is really easy to do, because he's on the ground for a long time. For someone like me, who's used to the timing of Fox, Sheik, and Marth, it's actually 2 frames longer than Sheik and Fox to leave the ground, and 1 frame longer than Marth. So for someone with my muscle memory, it can mess me up because it's different than what I'm used to. But in terms of picking up the game and just learning it, it's extremely easy because you don't require fast hands. I was able to do all the like short hop stuff back in like 03, 04 like very, very easily because it doesn't take long to learn how to do the short hop. Because you can be holding X for a while, see like this. This will produce a short hop. See, like I'm holding the X button down for quite a while, and I'm still getting the short hop. I'm not even trying to do it. Now, with Fox, you have to like tap it super early. So Falco is easier to pick up in the sense that you don't need fast hands. So early game I just considered Falco straight up easier, which is why I mained him before Fox, and then I went on the Fox later as I got better. So with the lasers, they each do 3 damage. They go across the whole screen. Basically, lasers are really good neutral because they control the pace of the game. Unless you're consistently parachuting it or like taking a laser and acting immediately, you could basically get damage here and then force them to act. So like they have to jump out of shield or try to parachute or wave dash out of shield or whatever. And you basically keep them locked down, and you can go in like straight away, or you can go in and then you dash dance, because sometimes people, let's say I do that, some people might just spam like Marth F smash. See, I dash dance around it. And the entire neutral game, and therefore movement, is basically what you do after this laser. Everything comes down to what you do after this laser. If you think the opponent's always going to retreat, you can laser, overshoot laser, or laser, dash dance, overshoot laser, because if he dashed away into the laser, this all combos.
Yeah.
Oh, and try to shield that. I can shine grab before you can shield grab.
Ew.
So no matter what, if I either hit you, or I shield lock you. And the only way to evade all that is to super light shield and DI your shield away, and that way the grab will still miss, because the laser and the shine will both push you out of grab range. And it also depends your exact position. Because like try to light shield it. See how far? I messed up my shine grab, but it probably would have missed anyway, just because like you might have been pushed away from that, and then you could have shield grabbed me and stuff, but then do your regular shield. That shield pokes all the time. If you don't have like a full shield, or just hit or Marth's head up from above, this shield pokes. Now if I was to do down air, if I was to do down air, you always block it because of where it starts. Because of where the hitboxes are placed, this will shield stab. Like that may or may not shield stab you, depending on a bunch of little factors. As you saw, it just happened the last time. Also, it has less landing lag, so it's also extra safe if I hit you. Whereas the downer has a bigger hitbox. So the downer hitbox is like, it's like really huge. And a lot of time you hit people's feet, and then I could have just forward smashed you. After see how I shield poked your legs? I wasn't even trying to. It's just sometimes that happens. But basically, movement with him is basically simple. It's the same dash dance stuff I told you before, but it's not something you just spam neutral. It's something you do after a laser.
Oh.
Because basically you laser, and then it's a mix-up. But one of the mix-ups that is really popular is laser dash dance, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to do panic, crouch, F smash, or they have like habits or things, and most people do the same stuff. So you just do this, and then the only way to beat that is to like hard read it with like, you have to like wave dash out of shield toward me. So like you can wave dash out of shield toward me, block, and wave dash out of shield. Yeah, basically you just do that. And then when I'm dash dancing, if I'm not expecting you to do that, you can do that. But if you just do that wave dash toward and I attack you,
yes,
then you get hit. Which is why doing that's risky, which is why it shouldn't be spammed. So basically, Falco just has a strong neutral in general, because you have answers to everything he has, but he has answers to your answers anyway. Of all the neutral stages, Battlefield has the highest platform, but even on Battlefield, you can full jump and just reach it. A lot of the time, PPMD used to do this, like he'd be cornered, and he'd just do that, or just certain situations. Sometimes for a combo to attack, or just sometimes to get out of neutral. But like, he would literally just do this just to land on the top platform, and it's extremely convenient that the height is just enough. It works on Dreamland and this stage very easily, so it's real useful. There's illusion cancel Falcos don't do. You just press B twice. B. I'm not good at it because I'm used to Foxes, but I'm doing the second best one.
There's a shorter one?
There. I'm used to Fox's timing, which is like 3 frames different. Falco's starts faster. Falco, you pretty much always want to start by shooting the laser. So you just always, if you have a lot of race, you always start shooting the laser. Now, you want to fast fall that, and so you press X, B, and then down. So it's X, B, down. But you can't fast fall right away. You have to wait till more than half. Like if you press X, B, down as fast as possible, watch. See, it doesn't work. I just did X, B, down super fast. It doesn't work. It's X, B, wait, down. But there's also laser heights, so it's like, you can do that. It's hard to just explain, but basically you just short hop laser, and depending on the timing that you do to laser and the timing that you do to fast fall, you can do different heights. So you can do super high, medium, or super low. You can power shield it, so it's hard with some controllers. Try to shoot. Do it again. It's kind of difficult. It depends on the controller, but basically you can power shield lasers, but it has to be a full shield. So see this light shield? It barely even looks like a light shield, right? But that won't work. It has to be a 100% full shield. In terms of actual fighting and approaching, most people just don't want to shoot lasers all day because they find that to be not fun and interactive. So if you want to actually know how to fight outside of lasers, you basically do laser to... Besides this, which is like the basic, you can do... If you think they're going to play defensive and do like a wave dash back out of shield, you can do laser, dash dance, laser. Basically, if I think my opponent will retreat, I either laser, jump, laser, or I laser, left, right, laser. The reason that's good is because, do you know how to wave dash out of shield? Okay, it's the same out of shield. You just R, release R, wave dash. Okay, so when you block this laser, I want you to, wait, stand here. When you block the laser, I want you to wave dash back. See? Now, if you shielded that, I could have shine grab before you could shield grab me.
That's tough.
But if it hit you, the laser would have comboed to shine. So watch, don't move. Just don't do anything. Okay. So like that, the laser combos to shine. So if it hits you, it's a safe approach that true combos. Now do this time shield it. I can grab before you can grab because of the shield advantage on my shine. It's even 1 frame better than Fox's shine grab. It also affects port. Like if you're port 1, you have an advantage and stuff. But it's extra good compared to Fox's in the sense that like Falco's shine puts Falco in 1 more frame of lag, but it puts you in like 2 more frames of lag compared to Fox's.
Ew. Because
it does more damage. It's a stronger shine. Or you can buffer roll in. So shield, and then hold C-stick in. After I shine, roll in. See? But then if I predict that, I can just do a wave shine back to center stage. That's something PPMD used to do a lot. And then other players, they'll just do something like this at the edge. They'll just do this, shield. And this time roll in. Shield after I'm going to laser dare. Shield after the down. Roll in after downer. Stuff like that.
Ew.
And that covers a lot of common options too. It's basically a lot of flowcharts that like covers a lot of really common options really often. So a lot of Falcos try to shield. Now, That stuff. Oh, by the way, the timing's sometimes it seems like it's stuck in shine. That's because the timing is different if I hit you or if you shield it, or if I'm hitting thin air. So if I'm doing this, or if I hit you or if I hit your shield, that might be like 2 or 3 different timings. So that's why sometimes Pit Falcos often get stuck in shine. It seems weird. It's because they're probably expecting to like miss or expecting to hit the shield or expecting to hit your body. And then hitting a light shield is also another different factor. So there's like 4 different versions. So like hitting a light shield or full shield or just hitting me or just hitting thin air, that could be like 3 or 4 different timings right there. Which is why getting stuck in shine could be a common thing. A lot of times Falcos just go in and they do like a down air or something, or they do an air. So the basic Falco just does laser and air. But you can also do laser down air. They both combo into shine, so watch. And I did it bad. And then you can just do stuff like that. And then there's this combo. This is the basic. You just do that. If you most top players they DI away, and you do a basic combo like it's hard to explain. I would never show you. The moment you know you're getting hit by down air, you want to hold away. So let's say you got hit with the down air, and now hold away right now. See, and then you go this way, and the only way to follow up from that is to wave dash out of shine. So if I was to watch, if I do this, all right, DI away. See, that's no DI. Now this time, just walk away. It's hard to show. I'm just gonna pause it. Now hold away. Okay. See that? If I don't wave shine toward you, I cannot follow up on that. Which means in order for me to do that, I have to do this. I have to like. All right, 3, 2, 1, DI. See, and then I can follow you. So I have to actually. That's why you have to. If you're fighting only computers at your house, I have thought wave shining. Maybe it wasn't that useful too when I didn't know any better because I was fighting computers. Computers don't DI. DI away on shine because everyone does that is the reason that wave shining is important. Which means wave shine is something you have to learn. When you shine, only a few frames after shine, you have the option of jumping. So I can do it this fast, or I can do this fast. Even if I let go of B, I can wait exactly. That's the longest I could wait. So this is the fastest I can. This is the fastest I can do it, and this is the longest I can do it. So that's the entire range you have to jump out of shine. If you're holding B, you can do it forever, but there's no reason to. So you just down B, wait, and you have all that time to jump out of shine, and then you just do a normal wave dash. So shine, let go of everything, wave dash, and that's how you wave shine. And a lot of people don't know how to do that, and just explaining that is extremely important because you need to be wave shining at top level in order to do combos because people will DI away, and you better be wave shining toward them. So what I mean toward them, let's say I cross you up and I'm right here. That means I'm landing behind you. That means the wave shine, I want to do it backwards because if you had DI to the right, the only way I can follow up is by wave shining that direction. Another thing you can do if people try to roll in, you know you can buffer rolls with the C stick. You just hold the C stick. So I'm going to narrow your shield. Watch this. Hold C stick. C stick. See, you do it the soonest possible frame if you use the C stick. So one thing to get against that. Watch. Do it after blocking. Block shine and then roll. And then
lame.
So I just all you have to do is wave dash towards center stage. And yeah, you could beat that by just hard reading it. But the thing is, if you're not looking for specifically that, or looking for that, but I do something else, you just get hit. Because like a lot of Falcos, they just like do this or like this or many other things. So as I said, everything has a counter, but that doesn't mean the risk reward's good for beating it. So like doing that, see, like I can literally just punish the roll in. And yeah, you could have like waved that toward me or fair to shield. But again, if you tried to do that same option and I was just spamming attacks, then you would have just gotten hit. Yes.
Are you telling me you can cancel that?
You just jump here and then you shine, and you wave dash down. So it's basically the same as doing this on the ground. Whoops. And then after that, I can basically do another aerial. So like watch. And then I can start combos, but you can sheer grab me.
Oh, that's shield grab?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're not expecting that, you're going to react slower. If you're not looking for specifically that, you're going to react slower. And I could just be doing stuff like this. Like, sheer grab me now. Like, okay, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do a shine. Sheer grab me. See? Like, I don't have to do it. You basically, I'm just trying to show that, like, you have to be specifically expecting that for it to be good. The basic combos in FD, you either do dare shine or you do nair shine. So stand right around here. DI, after I hit you, DI away. So that's the basic combo. You do Dare Shine, and then you just Wave Shine at them. And you could you basically could end it with a smash attack. So right there, the best option was F smash. He could DI in or away. Right there's almost no reason not to DI in though. But there are going to be situations where you can 50-50 them after a shine. You can 50-50 if you want to do like Nair down smash, Nair F smash, or just the basic F smash. And if they guess the 50-50 wrong, since up toward DI is the best for one up. Like if you think F smash, you want to DI up toward. But then if you DI up toward, that's the only way my aerial, my forward airs and nairs are going to be comboing into my smash attacks anyway. So you can actually create 50-50s in certain scenarios. But yeah, basically you want to start with Dare Shine twice on fast forwards. On floaties, you want to do like this. You see Mango do it all the time. So if you just looked up like Mango Zane in the FD matches from Big House, you basically see the power combos. Bomb Soldier actually used to do this all the time, like 2006 and 2007. You just like do this. You see that combo on Mars all the time. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. And then there's platform combos.
I don't know nothing about those, so this will be
I'm actually
helpful.
really bad at this part, but from what other Falcos do, they usually start with this. So like you have to stay on a platform. So, and then like right here, if I did that faster, I could have. If I did that wave dash better, I probably could have done an F smash here, but I was a little slow. But if you were floatier, what I would have had to do is this. I would have had to like double jump over you, and then do the down air, and then I do up tilts.
Oh.
But I'm actually not going to pretend I know everything. I do not know the entire platform combo, and I suggest looking up an actual Falco player if you want specifically Falco combos. I can teach all the other stuff, but I'm not a master of platform combos. So a lot of this stuff does come to do with like you can do down airs. But let's say Tekken place here. I'll show you some basic stuff.
Okay.
So just for example, Tekken place.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's even
if
worse.
you Tekken place, I could have done stuff like that. Or wait, there's another one. Closer. Now Tekken place. There's that.
Oh,
So,
I see that a lot.
So that's that one where you try to punish Tekken place with a drop dare. You can basically combo that into another spike at any moment. So a lot of Falcos, they try to just go for a hard read. That if you were to do anything other than tech roll this way, like if from right here, I could have covered all three options by just doing that. And then you would have just been double spiked. The other option is tech roll in. So right here, now hold shield.
Okay.
There's that.
That's so jank.
There's that. So
What
basically,
the heck?
what you do, you can do anything after this. So basically, if you know they're going to tech roll in and shield, what you do, you just run to the center. You push them off. They're not expecting it. They could have attacked you, yeah, but they're never expecting it. So it's kind of gimmicky, but it's a gimmick you can spam. Tech roll in. You can basically do any combo. I could have just done any area I wanted, or I could have done a shine. And then obviously most characters are floatier than this, so you can just do pillar combos. But that's one of the gimmick stuff. Like let's say if I tried to cover tech in place, but then you rolled in, a lot of people just shield because they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna hold shield, and you just push them off. Now technically you could have watch. I'm gonna push you off this time. You can shine me first. I'm pretty sure you could. I think you're mistiming it. Just shine right after I push you.
I'm mashing it.
No, you can't mash. You have to time it.
Oh,
you have to be frame perfect in this game every single time.
Wow, frame perfect.
There was no mashing. There was no hand holding. This is melee. You have to be frame perfect or you die. Okay. Anyway, no shield. That's it. Come on, look. Just roll in and shield. Now you can hold. Just press down B. See, if you're actually a spacey, if you're a space animal, since that means you can act immediately. But against most characters don't have a move that's that fast. They don't have a frame 1 invincible move. As for stages for Falco, it's really dependent on the matchup. As for Falco versus Fox, the only stage that is considered bad is FD, only because not only can Fox deal with the lasers with his own laser damage and shine camping and full hopping over it, and he also has a really easy execution 0 to death chain grab. Now these characters can 4-stock each other rather easily. Like Falco could 4-stock Fox just as easily as Fox can 4-stock Falco because they can both touch of death each other. Falco's FD combos are notably easy, but Fox also has a chain grab to death or almost death as well. So I would say FD is the worst against anyone who can chain grab him. However, Falco's neutral is also the strongest on FD. So the stage Falco gets punished the hardest is also the stage Falco will win neutral the most often. Because one of the ways to win neutral against Falco is to just camp the side platform. Guess what? There's no side platform here. Every other stage has a side platform, except this and... There's this too, but the platforms are kind of low, so you can't really just camp on them. But at FD, you want to try to strike that in 2 out of 3s against someone who can chain grab you. But it's not even that bad. Like, Fox gets bodied harder, because Fox can't just lot on FD than Falco in almost every matchup, because Falco can just win neutral with the laser, and there's no way you can just go on the platform to avoid it. So yeah, I would say Falco's weakest stage is not as weak as Fox's weakest stage. Falco, there are strengths to his weakness. Now, if you're fighting like Marth, Peach, Fox, yeah, you want to strike FD. Mango usually likes to go Yoshi story against a lot of people. I'd say Dreamland is good against everyone except floaties. But after that, it's really like every Falco is going to tell you something different. Like some Falcos like this. Some Falcos like Pokemon and some don't like it. Because the low ceiling doesn't really help him much. Because he'll combo you off the ceiling on Yoshi's a lot. Falco versus like Peach, you see it all the time in tourney. Falco versus Jigglypuff, you're comboing them off the top on Yoshi's. So he's super good on Yoshi's. Pokemon, even though it has a low ceiling, you're not going to see those sky kills as much as on Yoshi's, for whatever reason. So the low ceiling doesn't matter as much here. This is more of a Fox thing. So Falco's important matchups are 3 of them are Fox, Falco, and Captain Falcon, and one thing they share in common is the comboing these 3 characters is almost the same. So if you can learn how to combo one of the characters, doing it to the other 2 is almost identical. With Falco, Captain Falcon, for example, he's notably much heavier than the other 2, which means that the downer won't even knock over till like 40-ish, when it will knock over around like maybe in the 30s or 30 to 40 with like spacies. But a Falco won't even get knocked down as long, like put into tumble, which means you can tech. So you can just do Dare Shine, Dare Shine, Dare Shine against Cat and Falcon. When you won't get as many reps against Fox and Falco from 0, for example. So you can literally just keep spamming Dare Shine against Cat and Falcon. And if you can learn how to combo one of these 3 characters, it is not too different against the other casts. You're pretty much just spamming Dare Shine over and over. Nair Shines can work too, but the Dare Shine over and over is probably the easiest to learn. I recommend starting with that. So learning the matchups is a lot of just doing that. And if you want to see Cat and Falcon versus Falco, Mango has the best record against that. So you can literally just watch Mango. Basically, Falcon has no out of shield, and he shouldn't be getting grabbed very often anyway, just because his laser just makes him not like against Falcon against Fox. You can like dash dance grab and stuff, or just outspace him. Falco just keeps shooting lasers, and just Cat and Falcon can't get a grab easy. You should not be getting grabbed often in this matchup. That's one thing. Marth is always changing, but you basically want to stay in. When you get in, you want to stay in, because Marth doesn't have great out of shield. Basically, you want to like camp a bit, win neutral. When you get in, you want to try to convert to a kill as much as possible. She could kind of just camp her out, but most people aren't very good at playing 8-minute games, so people don't really do that very well. Peach, you kind of do the same thing, you just camp her out. Puff, same thing, camp her out. But the thing is, no one wants to do these things. Like PPMD had the right. I think like PPMD had the right approach to the matchups. That's why like there was a time when he was beating HBox like. I know HBox wasn't as good then, but he was beating HBox like 6-1 once. He's beaten Armada a bunch of times with Falco in the past. There was a time when PP's approach to the matchup was really, really good. And even though that's like 10 years ago, even to this day, I still think it's the best approach. Mario can get away from more stuff just because he's good at the game, but it doesn't mean his approach to the matchup is necessarily better. Yoshi, just camp him because he wants to counterattack you, and you just don't want him to just tank your hit and then punish you. That's all Yoshi's looking for. Fox is usually full hopping out of shield, so you want to be aware that Fox is trying to full hop out of shield and then punish him. That's like a very common scenario, like Fox just blocks laser, full hop out of shield. Like that's a super common scenario that's going to happen like at least half the time. Another little unknown thing, lasers make Puff face you, so go Jigglypuff. I want you to try to approach me with this. Come in with back in my face.
Yes.
Well, now you have to forward air. Guess what? Your forward air hitbox sucks. Try to back air me. Come on, back air me.
That's a word.
See? And then, okay, try to go in. Try to back air again.
Oh.
if you like, you have the advantage, But it's like, if you're not doing this perfectly, I can beat this easier than with Fox. Like you should always win. Like, you have the advantage, but as you can see, my legs are pretty long too. So it's not like it's more like, you know how Fox, that could be a good strategy, but Fox is stronger indeed. But Falco does have a lot more range on this. Oh, and when he does this, let's say you were to pound. Not only will I beat it, in the unlucky chance that I don't beat it, I didn't have to press R anyway, so I don't get locked out of my tech window. Because unlike Fox, this auto cancels. So I can just do this without even pressing R, because this auto cancels. And if I did get hit by like a bear or pound, which would unexpectedly knock me over, guess what? I can still tech. Fox cannot, because his short hop bear, if he wanted to do the same short hop bear wall, he would have to press L to L cancel, which puts him in a, he's locked out of the window, he's automatically going to miss the next tech. So he gets punished even harder. So Falco's lasers, up tilts, and back airs are all very effective for camming out Puff, and nobody wants to do these things.
That sounds better than Fox.
A lot of top Falcos think this is even, and you even have examples where a player like Albert has defeated HBox like less than a year ago. HBox has actually lost 4 sets to 4 different Falco players in his life. 1 set to Westballs is in 2015, 1 set to Albert, and then a bunch to PPMD in the past, and a few to Mango. So HBox has actually lost to 4 Falcos. So it's not like, obviously he's lost to more Foxes than that, but it just shows that Falco is pretty good at it. And I think if PPMD stayed updated with the game, like just like didn't stop playing, he would be fine at that matchup. So for some overall thoughts on Falco, if you like the character, you should absolutely main him. He's a character who's like, the way I see Falco, he's like really well-rounded. He doesn't have like, oh, I destroy all these characters like super bad. It's more like, I'm consistently good across the board. He doesn't have anything worse. I don't even know what matchups he loses. Like, I feel like he goes even with Fox, obviously even with himself, even with Marth. I feel like he beats Sheik, he destroys Falcon. I think he's like even with Puff. I feel like his matchup spread's really underrated. And I feel like this character's really strong. I kind of see more similar to Ginger, because Ginger actually thinks this character's the best in the game. And obviously I won't go that far, but, well, I mean, he could be. He could be the best, but I mean, it's like taboo to say that for some reason. It's like taboo to say that for some reason in 2019, 2020. I don't know why. I mean, he literally has the results to support it that he could be. But I mean, yeah, I definitely think he's a top 3 character. And I just feel like his strengths are really good, and you don't have to, like, he basically, at the end of the day, he has the tools to handle any situation. You just have to be good at it, consistent, and willing to actually do it. But most Falcos, they just want to go and kill you, because it's like, it just feels good to do it. And like, people are like, okay, that's the way I want to play Melee. And like, yeah, I get it. But if we're talking about play to win, depending on the matchup, you may or may not want to play like that. So yeah, I think the character's really strong. You can play in different styles. You can play very effective campy. You can play very effective going in. You can play the player. You have a lot of different options. You can just laser and see what their habit is, and just hard punish, make your option based off their flowchart. Like, oh, they always like to retreat. Like, let's say you shoot a laser and they always like to wave this back. You can overshoot your own laser, and now you close the gap for free. Or let's say they always like to wave dash in or just be aggressive. You can do the dash dancing if they just spam attacks. Or you could just throw out your area if they're just disrespecting you. So you have an answer to every situation, basically. And that's one of the reasons I think the character's so strong. So yep, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and I'll see you guys later.
See ya.